Houston, and welcome to the H-Town Horseshoe. My name is Michelle Duvall, the mayor's social media manager, and welcome to the podcast that gives you the inside scoop on all of the city departments and Mayor Turner's initiatives.
Hey, Houston, I'm Javelle Johnston, Deputy Press Secretary for the Mayor's Office of Communications, and today we have an exciting episode for you. We have with us the founder and chairman of the Anime Matsuri Convention, Deneice Leigh, and she's here to give us the goods and the inside scoop on all things Anime Matsuri. So we are so excited to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, okay, can you share with us the significance behind Anime Matsuri and give us some key points on things that people may not know if they've never been?
Okay, so Anime Matsuri, actually, if you technically have to break it down, anime is Japanese animation. Matsuri means celebration, a party, festival. So this is all things related to Japanese pop culture of the convention. It is the second largest, actually, anime convention in the United States.
Yes.
And then the largest in Texas. So other than, LA, this is the hub for anime conventions. So this is the one of the youngest, also in the top 10 of the largest anime conventions in America.
So many accolades.
So yes, it's also the fastest growing, and as you know, this is all happening here in Houston. So this is all things that related to anime and Japanese pop culture.
Beautiful. And so its birth started in 2007, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so since then, it's just grown in popularity and in size. I think I read somewhere where we bring in over 40,000 plus attendees. That is just amazing.
Actually, I want to correct that.
Yeah.
It's actually 60,000 plus.
I stand corrected.
So an extra 20 on that one.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. 60,000 plus attendees.
Yes. Back in 2021, we surpassed the 40,000 mark, and last year we actually 61,000 in attendance over the 4 days.
So speaking to that, can you share with us just what are some of the contributing factors, to its overall popularity and resounding success year after year?
So there's three factors, to be honest with you. One is the team behind the scenes. There's a lot of people working under our organization, and one of the highlights, for example, is the area where there's most attended area is the registration area. Registration is run by our registration director, Natalie Nguyen, and she has done a phenomenal job. So one of that is taking 10,000s and thousands of people at one time. And the longest wait is probably about 20 minutes. So you can imagine the team under that is significant. The other is also in our exhibit hall. We have this year about 1,000 booths, nearly 1,000 booths with artists and vendors and exhibitors from all over the world. And it's run by three main people, which is Natalie McKeska and then Leon Keys, who's been with us for 17 years, and also Amber Llewellyn, actually. So it's all the people under that as well. And outside, we do have arrangement outside with a little festival area and whatnot, Discovery Green Park and out on Avenida. And that is run by our, team outside, which is called our Tenjin Festival team, which is McDonald and Mary Jane this year. So it's just been incredible. But also the driving force behind the scenes is my husband, John Lee. And he is not only the CEO, but he is the creative force behind everything, creating the different arrangements of all the main events and programming that happens at Anime Matsuri. So that's one. Two is actually the venue and the mayor himself.
Yes.
So without the support of Houston First, which is the George R. Brown Convention Center and the mayor's office, we host about 2 million square feet of space at the George R. Brown. And it is the state-of-the-art facility. We also have the hotels in close proximity and also connected to the convention center. Discovery Green Park, who's been also a huge, awesome blessing for us as well for the outdoor events. And then the outstanding staff within the team, within the mayor's office, honestly, you guys reaching out to us as well as us reaching out to you at times of need, and the mayor himself. And I want to tell you that the mayor is quite incredible in the fact that I think he had no idea until he came one year. But the second time he came was the first time he cosplayed, which is when he did a costume.
The Demon Slayer costume.
Yeah.
Actually, no. At the first time was in 2018.
Okay.
Right.
19 he actually, but in 2019 he cosplayed for the first time, and it was a Naruto character.
Okay.
It went all over Reddit, and it went viral. This was the coolest mayor.
This is in 2019.
Yes,
Okay.
2019 when he first cosplayed, and it went viral globally too, because our partners in Japan and Korea saw what the mayor was doing, and everyone was talking about him. So that's another huge contribution to what has happened with the growth. So seeing what's going on through the mayor's office as well.
Absolutely.
And the most important, I believe, is the attendees themselves.
Right.
So the attendees, feel a big, sense of ownership and pride with the convention because they have grown with us. There's now families that come instead of, the attendees have grown over the years.
Yeah.
We're going on 17 years of Anime Matsuri, and so as they grow, they're bringing their families as well. So it's quite a feat to bring all the fans together, but they also feel responsible for the hospitality that they bring to the convention as well. So that's a huge factor for us, the growth and the passion behind our fans.
Absolutely. So it's a multi-pronged approach.
Absolutely.
And teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes,
right?
correct.
The secret sauce in this.
For sure.
And it's a really, really good convention. My first time going was last year. And I took my son because he's really, really big into anime.
Oh, great.
So he taught me about the Demon Slayer. That's the only anime I've watched thus far. But we went and he was just like, oh my God. Like he felt like he was in like the actual episodes. And I was like,
Yes.
okay, it was really nice.
So surreal.
Everyone is
So
very
speaking to that, full disclaimer, I've actually never attended, and so this
you got to go
my
this year.
first. No,
Yep.
I plan to. So that vein, for first timers like myself, like what are some things that we can prepare for? Like what are some things that we need to know?
Yes.
I know that cosplay is a really huge component.
Yes.
Is that required? Is that expected? Like tell us.
So first of all, you need to stay hydrated because it's summertime.
Yes.
You'll expect to walk, so make sure you have comfortable shoes and whatnot. But overall, be open-minded to everything. Costumes is not cosplay is not mandatory. However, you should.
It's fun. It's really, really fun. Yeah.
It's the one time basically you get to be any anime character or game character of your choice, or any pop culture character, and it's completely normal.
Yeah.
To do that, and so everyone is very welcoming to that, and they love to be pictured, so photographed. So I highly recommend just having open mind and just being able to have your sensories ready because there's a lot that happens and there's a lot to see and do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of people take pictures with each other.
Yes.
Like my son went up to one lady, I don't remember what she was wearing. He's gonna get on me later for not knowing the name. But he was like, "Oh my God, can I just take a picture with you?" It was one of his favorite characters, and it was a really, really cool moment.
Yes.
So speaking about all of those things that it goes into, there has to be like a lot of planning when it comes to the safety component and collaboration. Can you talk to about that too?
Sure. I want to say that because of the scope and size of the convention and the convention center district actually that happens within our realm here, there's actually 4 components in terms of space. So the outdoor, the first level, second level, and third level of the convention center. So when we look at the convention center as a planning process, we have to look at the scope of what we're going to be doing and how we can keep things safe and secure, as well as having a fun experience. You don't want security all over the place, but behind the scenes there are a lot of components. So security on all levels through the mayor's office, outside, inside, with third-party security, the George R. Brown security, as well as our volunteers that are on staff that help with all that. There's a term in the convention center, in the convention scene actually, where it's a term of line con. Do you know what that is?
I don't, but please help
So
me.
Yes, please.
LineCon is a convention that you stay mostly in line instead of experiencing the convention.
Oh
so we try our very best to not be a line con.
I like
this
that.
is why
Like another secret sauce.
con is short for convention, so no lines at the conventions. But that's definitely something to see, and at the scope of organizing the event, we want to make sure that people seamlessly go through the lines and also get the most experience and fun and with the events itself, as well as all the components like artists and vendors and all the concerts that they can experience on all that. So this is one of the biggest things that we had to see, is making sure that looking in through the experience of a first-timer or even the experience, how can we make it fun and festive, but at the same time safe? So in the planning process, that is absolutely key. There's always also working with the fire marshal and fire watches on site. So keeping things secure on that level behind the scenes with all these different teams working together. It's very important, as well as, fun, because everyone is interacting with the fans throughout the weekend.
Yeah. And you're going to have fun.
I'm so excited, guys. I'm so ready. I got to start thinking about my costume.
Look, you can come with me and EJ, and we'll show you everything.
Can I? Okay, great. So this marks the 17th annual Anime Matsuri Convention here in Houston, right?
Yes.
And I know the birth date was 2007. Yeah. Can you share a little bit more about the origin story and just sort of the behind-the-scenes work that took place in 2007?
Okay, so 2007 was our inaugural year. However, the concept came in 2005, and in 2006 we started looking for a space to host the convention. And we're thinking, okay, let's go to George R. Brown Convention Center. We were thinking big back then. So 2007, we went to the George R. Brown, and mind you, there was like no Discovery Green back then yet, park back then. There was just parking space in the convention center. Right. And when we went in there, her name was Demi, and she was one of the directors there, and said, "What is anime?" And we went to the Hilton, same thing, because we needed, rooms there and whatnot. But no one in the city back then, especially back in the back end of it, did not know what anime was. And here we are now, fast forward 17 years. The mayor comes annually dressed up. Right. It is overwhelming to see how much it's embraced anime and Japanese pop culture here. So it's just been an incredible ride of, just going through all the challenges of actually explaining to people what anime was, but at the same time having an open mind, like I said, about like just trying to bring Japan here.
No, that's so beautiful. It started with the seed, and just look how it's just grown, to a forest.
Yes,
it's just
so it's
beautiful.
very, in terms of mainstream, it's there, but popularity keeps growing. So we are very, very fortunate that we are able to do this in a city like this, who is always embracing diversity and also embracing what happens here with entertainment.
Yes, that's what makes Houston so great.
Right? H-Town. So it sounds like it's about that time, Javelle. It is that time.
Okay,
so
let's get into
we
it.
have a game here. It's called 520. Okay. So we're going to give you 5 questions. You have 20 seconds to answer all of the questions.
Ooh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
Question and answer all in 20 seconds.
All right.
We have no doubt that you will be phenomenal.
Okay.
So Javelle's going to kick off the first question, and I will start the timer after she asks the first question.
Okay. Yeah. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know.
Whenever you are.
I'm ready. Okay. Are there any opportunities for volunteering this year?
Yes. Today is the last day.
What are the dates of this year's convention?
August 10th to 13th. Next week.
Where can people go to learn more about up-to-date on event details?
AnimeMatsuri.com or Anime Matsuri app.
Who has been the most popular anime character cosplayed to date?
Naruto Sailor Moon.
Do you have a personal favorite anime show?
That was Javelle's fault.
That was really on me. I will take full
she won.
ownership. You did. That was so on me. But I will go ahead and ask the last question. The question was, do you have any favorite, any characters, any favorite anime characters that you'd like to make mention of?
Hands down right now, Demon Slayer. Because Demon Slayer,
I like that.
we watch as a family.
Yeah.
So we take time out and watch as a family. And I have 2 children, so yes.
Yeah, that's the only one that I watch. I definitely agree.
I wanted to also back up. So we mentioned volunteering. So today's the last day for those who are interested. And where can they go to volunteer?
On our animematsuri.com website and under Get Involved.
Get involved. Okay, you heard it here, listeners.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when I went last year, I saw the sculptures of Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yes.
I never knew Dragon Ball Z was anime. Has it always been one?
Absolutely.
Because I watched it as a little girl, but I just never knew.
It started, all the anime usually starts with a manga, which is a comic book.
Oh.
So when you hear the term manga, it means a comic book. So it starts from the art and illustration and stories behind that, and then it turns into an anime. So Demon Slayer, for example, too, started off as a manga.
So fascinating.
Oh, we gotta go get those comic books.
Everyone is in for a treat this year.
Yeah.
About that too, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing this knowledge. We're definitely going to be there. And she's going to be there dressed up. And we're going to all get a picture.
Absolutely. We're so ready. Thank you so much for just sharing your knowledge and just sharing the origin story behind Anime Matsuri and all the exciting things that we have to look forward to.
Yes.
And listeners, please feel free to drop us a line on social media. And speaking of that, you want to drop any social media official handles for Anime Matsuri?
Sure. It's Anime Matsuri and on all platforms. And if you would like to follow me, I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's Trinity Reloads with an S.
You got it.
A Matrix fan here.
Beautiful. So stay in the know, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time.